Dumbling is your boy Ing. Welcome to Kitboga, Abel, the most emotional scammer. It's warm, but I got 10 minutes left before I go to sleep, so who cares? This is part 2 of the tree. I just finished it today. This is what I wrote yesterday. And again, what I want to say, there's a lot I want to be missing, but this is a review. This is not a complete, summary. And besides, Kitboga plan is to waste scammer time, so a lot of it is not pertinent. But if it has the effect of stopping time and the effect of wanting to waste time, then you don't have to have this pertinent thing always. It's always about wasting time. We got Lydia, which is Dr. Linda. Why did I say Lydia? Because we're reviewing Love is Blind, and I was thinking about Lydia. By the way, Love is Blind did the reunion. Fuck you, you sucked. Linda flirt. She's very flirtatious with Abel, and although you can think it's funny, I think Kitboga is really smart, because by flirting with Abel's gonna trust Linda. She says, oh, she's in love with me, she'll never betray me. But Kitboga doesn't love Abel, never loved him, so it's kind of the other way around, right? He's creating this image, and this camera wants to believe it. And the best lie you can tell is when somebody understand that lie and say, oh, I figure it out, when they haven't. That's the best thing you can do. The black screen, this is one of the very first instances where we have a black screen. Usually Kitboga is ready, but not this time, right? It's kind of cool because he invents story. He invents a story, and because of that, Linda, she's able to push love, and she's really pushy, and yo, we're in this together. And even Abel's like, yo, don't you think that we're going a bit fast? He's like, no, sweetheart, don't worry about that. So again, it's pushing the idea that she's in love and she'll never betray him, when saying that she's in love is betraying him, right? We got they broke up. Oh my god, they're talking about and then Abel, he's trying to, and Abel is smart. So what smart people do is we tend to rationalize things, we tend to understand things, and Abel is trying to understand why Lydia, she's so close. Linda, I have to stop calling you Lydia, fuck. Because I wrote Lydia here, and he's like asking her, what's your last relationship, right? So she was talking about our nachos, and the nachos, she's like, yo, don't touch my nachos. And it's kind of crazy, because if you're smart and if you're paying attention, Kit was talking about the one slice versus 2 slices, and she was only looking to date 1 slices. But then she said that, oh, this guy, he wanted some of my nachos, and I didn't want to share, so it didn't work out. That makes you 3 slices. So you're looking for 1 slice, which is 3 slices. That makes sense. But Abel, again, buys in, and it's a mistake that Kit did. But again, for us viewers that pay really attention, it's funny because we know that he fucked up. This camera knows he fucked up. He just doesn't realize. Right? We're talking about the interesting concept like monogamy and polygamy. I was talking about this in a video 2 days ago. So that's kind of cool. We have the amount for the scam is 29,000. So the original price was 289. What's cool is a lot of times the scammer, they're gonna wait to see how much you have in your bank account. The more you have, the more they're gonna scam you for. In the perfect world, instead of scamming him for 289, it was scamming for 2,899 because he added that 9 at the end. But in this case, 29 because he knows that she has a lot of money with the bitcoins, right? So it's kind of cool. And this part of I did 3 parts, and this part is really interesting because Abel is really smart. And ultimately, this is great. I'm trying to be respectful. I love Kitboga. And I'm not trying to be dissing Kitboga. He is my favorite creator. But Kit, I'm listening to him to make pass as a white noise. I'm listening to it for the work to go faster. In this case, we're talking about interesting subjects, which is very rare. So we see Kit was actually involved in the conversation, and it started as a scammer, because if it was a conversation between 2 friends in a podcast, perhaps it would be amazing, right? And we talk about religion and how Abel, he shows, and it's kind of crazy because even Kit is like, yo, this guy is skilled, this guy is talented, and it's a big fish. So that's why the fact that we have 12 hours with him, it's amazing. And we talk about Linda, talks about romance, helps because he's refreshing the page, but Abel trying to refresh the page, because again, going to show that it's a scam. But he's talking about romance, and when Linda is ready to refresh, he's talking about romance, so he's kind of using it against her, which is cool. We either have the smart talk drifter, religion, psychology. Okay, yeah. So we're talking about why Abel, and it's kind of cool because we were talking about religion, and Abel mentioned how he didn't like religion. He didn't like religion at all, and it kind of seemed like a lot of people in his family are loving religion, and he's kind of like a black sheep because compared to his family that goes to church or whatever, he doesn't go. So it's kind of like an in-depth description on why maybe he's acting the way he is in separation with his family, and how maybe he feels lonely. We talk about psychology and the butterfly effect, how it's amazing. It's amazing. Abel talks about when he wants to have a coffee or tea, and a simple action is going to determine his whole day. And that's a butterfly effect, and it's super smart because although he is very vague with the subject, for example, he says, well, if I'm late, I'm going to be late, it's going to be affecting my whole journey. But there's like a brilliance, there's like a smartness to what he's saying. For example, if today, I was in a rush from work, right, and I was forgetting to put one sock. Right, they're gonna affect my whole day. In the perfect world, I'm just having a day without socks. And in a non-perfect world, maybe I go into a puddle of water, and my whole foot is wet. Maybe because it's starting to get colder outside. Maybe I get a cold, and I only forgot a sock. In the grand scheme of things, a sock compared to your whole outfit is nothing. But in this very case, it means a lot, and that difference is what is shaping us. You understand? We have the butterfly effect, consequences. The consequences of your action, which is butterfly effect, like consequences of every single action, in a way that you cannot predict, which is super, super, like, precise shit. We have the morality, consequences of morality. Are you willing to do an action if... Dude, are you willing to... Are you willing to do a action if you know the consequences? Again, brilliant shit. I wrote down... He's at 2:30, so I wrote down how quick the call was and how quick they got to the computer. But then at 2:30, at 2 hours and 30 minutes, we're talking about Anydesk. So this is basically the beginning of the scam. Yes, he got in quickly, but Kit took him out, right? They had to restart. The moral, because he seemed, Kim mentioned that the guy, he really seemed kind, but he's still trying to steal from me. So Kit is like, I don't understand, and it must be fucking up. If you have a complete asshole, then you're like, yo, I'm gonna fuck him over, I'm gonna make fun of him, I'm gonna humiliate him. But Abel is kind, so Kit almost feels guilty, but then he's trying to steal again. So it's like, well, I feel guilty, but not so much, right? And it's kind of cool because Kitty uses this song a lot. So this is something that's really fucking fun because Canada, I'm Canadian, and Canada and America, they have a similar like culture. So what is cool about this is that the song that Kit sings are songs that I know. Kit is around 30 years old. I'm 30. The song he sings that I know, and I'm like, I can recognize this song, but for somebody who grew up in another culture and that their own music, this is something that's a stranger thing. And to me, this is fucking phenomenal because at the end of the day, it is a link what I can see with a link that other can see. So I feel like I'm in a privilege, and that's basically part 2. We do a part 3 because again, it's 12 hours, so it's going to be a 4-part. I decided today I'm not going to say the end because, again, I'm trying to do a review, and I want to respect people, and I want them to see the video for themselves. So I'm not going to talk about the end. I love you guys. Peace.